Does it surprise you, George, that he has a psychologist to do with you, a sports psychologist?
Not so much that it surprised me. He's trains with the Olympic squad. They obviously use these guys and that, and he needs it. You know, he certainly needs it. I don't think
for you. Does he for you, or do you think?
Well, if he needs it for himself, it's a bit late in the game, isn't it? Like at this stage of his career, to deal with his own.
To speak to somebody about psychology.
You know,
never too late. You know, for any kids watching or anybody out there in different sports and many top professional sportsmen from different sports, see a psychologist. It's about ticking a box. It's about professionalism and preparation. And me speaking to Chris Marshall, the psychologist, it gives me a little bit of structure, and I find it's beneficial. It's not for anybody and everybody, but if you want his number, I'll give it to you at the end of the day.
I don't need it. I'm not for 1 second speaking illy of sports psychology. I think it's a great thing. A lot of fighters suffer with depression. A lot of sports people do. Sometimes need to talk about their problems. They need to talk about their anxieties and their issues. I'm just saying in this instance...
You think you're his problem?
Yeah, exactly. He said he's had such a stellar career. He's boxed all these big names, no problem. And yet when he comes up against little old me who's insignificant, haven't achieved nothing, and yet he seems to fall to pieces and he has to see someone to talk about it. With the issues with me... doesn't really make much sense, Carl. If the issue must be with you.
Fall to pieces. Can you define that?
Well, maybe I'm being over the top, but there must be some issue there that he says he can't perform properly because of me, because he can't get up for training me. He can't.
You're talking about the first fight. You're getting yourself all confused here and wrapped up.
I'm not confused at all.
You're mumbling, stuttering. You're a bit like.
Who's more obsessed with who out of you guys? You know, you went to the States, you lobbied to make sure you got yourself in a position to
He's having private sessions with someone talking about me. I don't do that.
Do you think we're talking about you?
So you're talking about yourself?
I'm seeing a psychologist, sports psychologist. Do you think we sit there and talk about you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not there, am I?
Don't flatter yourself.
I'm not trying to flatter myself, but seeing as he's had a stellar career, performed at such a high level for year after year, and then it comes to me...
I think I've had a good career. I've got, you know, I'm a four-time world champion. I've had a decent career.
He can't perform. Well, then I thought it might have something to do with me. Or is it your issue? Is it your issue, then?
I don't actually understand what you're saying. You're going on and on and on, and none of it's making much sense. Is there a question there? I'm happy to answer your question if you've got a question.
OK. You're seeing a sports psychologist for yourself,
and
yeah?
What am I saying?
A sports psychologist
Easy
for
you
yourself.
to say. Yeah, go on. That's why we speak to psychologists.
Why?
For ourselves.
OK.
Not for anybody else.
And will it help you in this fight?
Will it? It already has helped me.
Has it? We haven't fought
Massively.
yet, so how do you know?
Because the fight isn't just fight night. The fight is preparation. Preparation is key.
And your prep's going well,
and
yeah?
this ticks a box. My preparation's going unbelievable.
You're training hard, yeah?
You feeling all right?
You're on weight, yeah?
Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling fine.
On my own weight, is my training going well? Am I all right? And
you're training hard,
yeah? You've got the stern look and you're pumped up.
What are you doing different in preparation? What are you doing different in preparation, Carl?
Quite a lot of things physically. I'm seeing a sports psychologist as well. Did you know?
Does it bother you that this man's got everything he wanted? Fight in London, at Wembley, on his own doorstep. He's got to fight you. He lobbied and chased and goaded and got everything he wanted. Everything for a reason.
No. It doesn't.
Do you understand this, everything for a reason, line that, George?
Everything for a reason is so ambiguous and open-ended, and it can mean anything. Everything for a reason. What does that mean? Don't ask me to explain it. It means a lot of things. It can mean anything you want it to mean, can't it? Yeah, go on, explain it.
Don't need to explain it.
Johnny wants to know. Tell him. You keep saying it.
I'll explain it. I'll try
no,
to
explain it. Explain it now.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I don't need to do what you tell me to do.
Treat the fans. Hashtag everything for a reason. Let us know what it is. We're dying to know. No.
George?
George?
Things have got to be calculated. Things are said and done for a reason.
You buy my line now, Johnny.
Yeah.
If you buy my line, you can explain it. I don't need to sit here and be told what to do.
So there's no meaning behind you keep doing everything?
No, there is, mate. There is, my friend.
Oh, okay.
There is. There is.
Okay.
We'll keep that.
But you're keeping it under wraps, yeah? Yeah. Keeping that one up his sleeve.
OK. How are you going to handle the press conference so close to the fight? Because it's tense now.
When have I not handled a press conference? When have I not handled a press conference? When have I not lashed out? Thrown a dummy out of the pram or said something a bit stupid?
When have you not done that?
Yeah.
Did you mean to say that? 'Cause that means you always do it. Did you mean to say, when have you done it? Not when have I not done it. I don't understand the question.
Don't understand the question.
No, I don't. You didn't make any sense.
When have I ever not held it together at a press conference?
There you go.
Sorry, did I not
Cole,
answer that correctly?
you shook your head when he predicted all the things he said he was going to do. Now, has he got your attention? So when he says, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, are you going to believe him?
I've said that, yeah, of course.
Your trainer said this is going to be a Hagler Hearns. 3 rounds. Is this just him blowing smoke, or
It
is that
can be.
smoke
If I want
screen?
it to be, it can be. I know that I can beat him for hand speed, foot speed, and I can hurt him. If I come out and just start letting my hands go, I'm going to knock him out.
But you know this man gets strong towards the back end of a fight. Is it a risk?
Does he? If he starts slow, he usually comes on with a bit of energy at the end. If he starts quick, he fades in the end. So he's not a 12-round fighter like he likes to dine out on.
I like to dine out on being a 12-round fighter. Do you know how many times I've gone 12 rounds with top-level opposition?
Okay, cool. What is that?
I am a 12-round season fighter. I wish it was 15 rounds, back to the old school.
Doesn't matter.
You
So
can't
I'll
walk
knock
that
him out in
plank,
3
John.
rounds if I want.
You can't walk that plank. You're not
Really?
a 12-round fighter.
Really?
Really?
I've been 12 rounds before.
Really?
I've been 12 rounds before. And I
Oh,
was in
World
much fitter
Championship
condition than
pace.
you was when the fight got stopped.
You couldn't handle the
I was
pace.
in much better condition than you was when the fight
Couldn't
got stopped.
handle
You
the
was out on your
intensity.
feet.
Heat of the battle.
Carl, you've never been
You
a
was
quick
gone.
starter.
You
You've never
was
been a
gone.
quick starter.
No, you was gone and you went.
No,
I was
no.
still there.
No.
I was getting
That
strong.
was your last
Rhymes
ditch
was gone.
attempt. It was your
Strong.
last ditch attempt in a fight you had no control
I
over.
just started going to work. Trust me.
So you waited till the 9th round to go to work.
I had no choice. You had a fantastic start. I had no choice.
Oh, you're contradicting.
If he brings
I'm
this,
contradicting myself.
if he
You're
brings
wrong
this,
I had a terrible start. I had 6 rounds.
And
It
you
was
had
hard.
a bad 7th round.
It was
a
hard.
bad 8th round.
And I
started
finished-
the 9th
Finished
round
strong, bashed you up, got the
Cole,
job done.
if he brings
Fact.
this 3-round rush on, this Hagler Hearns rush onto you, how do you handle that? You're not a fast starter.
Boxer move, sharp jab, good defence, good movement.
How are you going to do that? You can't evade my shots.
You're in for an easy night's work then, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Well, there you go then.
Are you surprised at how Carl is acting now to how he was acting the first time you two fought?
Not at all. I'm not trying to antagonise him. We're sitting here having a chat. I can see the telltale signs that I need to see. Whether everyone else sees it, whether they don't,
What are
whether people think I'm
What are they?
behaving in a particular way. I'll go away and I'll talk to about my trainer with it.
Oh, come on, tell Johnny. You didn't tell him everything for a reason. Tell him what the telltale signs are. We're here for this reason. People are viewing this, they're watching it. Just give us a little bit.
No, Carl.
Because you
I
haven't
will
got,
do what you tell me
haven't
to
got
do.
anything. Empty vessels.
This is a battle for you to hold it together. That's what I know. It's a battle. It's like a fight. And
Do
you
you believe
give
that?
away so many telltale
What do
signs.
you mean? What, hold it together like now?
Yeah, like now. Like it's
You know,
all
like if
painted
we
all
was
over your
wired
face.
up to a heart rate
all
monitor,
over your face.
I'm probably ticking over at about 40 at the minute. I'm very fit at the minute, very, very fit. My heart rate's so low. I mean, I'm so calm and cool and collected. It's not an act.
Yeah, I'm sure you've practiced
You look
it,
quite
Carl.
glassy-eyed and a bit worried and a bit
You
tense.
said this last time.
You're all tensed up on
as
your
you weren't.
chair.
Sitting
And
on a
Johnny's
chair.
asking you questions you can't answer. I don't know why you just don't relax and just enjoy the whole thing and just be honest. And have a nice chat between the 3 of us, like men. And just tell the truth.
I am telling the
You
truth.
can't
I'm
do it.
starting to use my words now.
Can't do it.
You lie constantly, Carl.
What
is
do
he
I do?
lying about?
Constantly lie, yeah. Go on, explain yourself.
What is he lying about?
Yeah, cool.
What?
He's asked you a question.
I know he is.
You're going to answer it. Thought not. Johnny's just asked you a question. It's rude to ignore him.
What counts is May the 31st. That's what we're looking at. That's what this is all aiming at. This is where this road ends.
Correct. Correct.
You came in supremely confident from the off. Did you know, or did you have an indication when you two sparred, when he employed you as his sparring partner?
He didn't
You thought-
employ me as a sparring partner. He didn't pay me. I came up to do some
Sorry.
sparring.
Would you like me to write you out a cheque?
No, thank you.
Right, okay.
Just wanted to confirm that. Employed sparring partners are paid, Johnny, you know.
No, not necessarily, no. You can use the employee in a different context, but go on, carry on.
So what did you take from that? Did you know, you know what, in a few years' time, I've got his number?
Oh yeah, of course, and we sparred more than the one occasion where the infamous where he dropped me, and that was what he was basing his whole preparation for the first fight on. That's why he believed that I was just a non-starter.
There was an element to that, yeah. I did think I dropped him in sparring.
Yeah, but do you not remember 2 days later when I came back to your hometown Nottingham to school you? Do you not remember that? You sat on the chair. I
can remember you coming back to Nottingham, but what did you do? Come back to my hometown and school me, did you?
Yeah, I did, in your amateur gym.
Okay, brilliant.
I did.
Well done. Is that what you believe?
I know it.
I'm putting that in the same box as me crying on ringside the first time round. The ludicrous, ridiculously deluded box.
Okay.
Which is the world you tend to live in.
Cool.
You came back and schooled me in my gym. It's a ridiculous statement to make, George. Come on, even by your standards.
You think you two are on the same level?
I think I'm better than Carl Froch. I think I'll be the best Carl Froch there ever would be. 7 days of the week.
Let me tell you the truth. You lost to the worst Carl Froch. That was one of my career worst performances, and you lost to me. I'm only talking the facts. Truth's sometimes hard to get your head around, but that's the truth.
Okay, sentence. Simple sentence. May the 31st. What happens?
I win.
Simple sentence.
I win the fight. I win the fight inside the distance. It's as simple as that. I will beat George Groves inside 12 rounds, without question, no problem. I am 100% convinced. I'll be absolutely shocked if anything other than me stopping George Groves inside the distance doesn't happen.
George?
I will knock Carl Froch out on May 31st, and I'll tell you which punch I'm going to do it with on fight week.
Let me guess, it's going to be a left or a right.
Boys, finally, we got a shake of her hands on ringside. This has been a little tense. Do we get a shake of hands here?
Would you like to shake my hand?
I'd love to shake your hand.
You'd love to? It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, pleasure to you too, mate.
What are you doing? We can all pull about a little bit. Do you want to pull about? Have a little pull and a push.
Enjoy Sky Sports live on all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.